north in ICW. Mile marker 295 to 205, Carolina Beach to Beaufort, or Beaufort, North Carolina. All the information presented is available from the Waterway Guide Explorer webpage and from Word Icons on Aquamap, CIQ, and iNavX, or from the ICW Cruising Guide by myself, just updated to March 2020, and from real-time user input at the ICW Facebook page. You will see a blue dotted line on all charts. That was my fall 2019-2020 track from Hampton to Key West. It is available for free download, the subject of part 2 of our presentation later on. There will be a new track available when I go north this spring. Okay, starting at Carolina Beach. Carolina Beach is presently being dredged. You can see that you want to get rid of that shoal by 154, and they are presently in the process of doing that, so when you go through it should be great, no problem, even though the blue line should still be good, either way. Now there's two areas you want to take a jog in. To my knowledge, these have not been dredged. Mason Borough, and you see the mile marker 288 there. In both cases, you take a jog to the outside of the channel where there's plenty of deep water for 7, 8, or actually for about 9, 10 feet, 11 feet, no problem. Now there's one interesting thing, caveat here. Look at this Allen here. On NOAA charts, and also for sonar chart for that matter, you will see there's an Allen. What's an Allen doing right in the middle of the channel? And people come through there and see that thing and they avoid it and run into a shoal. Well, the fact is that Allen is not there. If you look at it closely, you'll see there's 11 feet right there, there's 10 feet right there, and there's no shoal. The Allen should be eliminated off the chart, but it's not. It confuses people. But ignore it. Pass right over it. I did. And saw 10 feet. No problem. And now by G129, mile marker 285, you got a couple shoals here to avoid. You do it just by coming through and doing a bit of a jog, following the chart as shown by Aquamap. Mason Inlet, looks like there's a developing shoal that developed more since the last time we've been through. I went through last time, and this shoal was not there. It is now. So this time, when you come through, you just do a jog by G121. Now you know how to do a jog if you got an Aquamap USAC survey in front of you, and avoid the 6.9 or 6 foot water underneath you. South of topsail, no big problem. You just favor the red side a little bit to avoid that type of shoal. Now here's an important one here. Pay attention. The NOAA charts still have 99A in the wrong position. I haven't checked all the NOAA charts yet, but NOAA maintains and updates their charts based upon USAC inputs. And USAC inputs has a light list that they produce that says 99A is not there, 9A is over here. So if you're going through here and expect to stay off of 99A by, say, a couple hundred feet, you could be in a rude awakening if they move 9A from here to here, and you're a couple hundred feet, brings you over into there. So what you want to do is, once again, if you got the USAC survey in front of you, it's correct. Either follow the blue dotted line or follow the middle of that deep water. You won't have a problem. Now, compounding this problem is the fact that there's a current. It's going to be running that way or running this way. And when that happens, you're going to be shifted side to side. And that current can run up to two knots. And you may find yourself crabbing as you move through the thing, and just be moving sideways and not be pointing in the direction you're going in. You can counter that by following your progress on the chart to make sure you're on the blue dotted line. I'll not have a problem. Okay, a topsail inlet, really no problem. Just follow the blue dotted line or the USAC survey. New River. New River has been a thorn in the side of boaters for about 2-3 years now. But if you follow the blue line or the deep water shown in the USAC shoaling chart, you really won't have a problem. You just can't eyeball it, and try to go through. I mean, you run into shallow water there if you do. If you get too close to this line, you do. You got to find out how far you want to be on 72A. You don't want to be anywhere near 72 because you got shoal coming up around it. So if you come this way, actually I showed myself going the wrong side. I didn't. I honored G71. So you want to follow the blue line and do all this stuff, and you'll be fine. Simple. Now again, you got current coming this way, 2 knots sometimes. Current coming this way. You got boats coming this way. You got boats coming that way. So it's an exciting passage sometimes. There's a lot of activity, and you may encounter somebody else coming this way that says, "I'm going to follow that blue dotted line from Bob 423." And you say, "Well, I'm going to follow the blue dotted line from Bob 423. Let's see who wins here. We'll play chicken." Give yourself some room and pass port to port. It's not that tight here. Okay, New River. Okay, here's one to look out for. There's a shoal developing here. It's coming in from the ocean because the ocean was breached by the last storm, and it's pushing in a shoal. My blue dotted line was good in the fall. It should still be good, and this is a survey, I think, after I went through. But be careful. I purposely went more towards the red side I normally would to avoid G65A. You don't want to do this. If you do that, you're going to run into a shoal right there. So follow the blue dotted line. You should be okay, but pay attention because it may have changed. You certainly don't want to follow the recommended path or the magenta line. And here's a picture of the shoal. Here's what that's what we just looked at. And here's the water rushing in. It's carrying sand with it to fill it in. So it's only going to get worse. Okay, Brown's Inlet has been dredged. Isn't that great? When it's done dredging, it'll be a straight path all the way through, just like that, until the next time it shoals in. So when you get there, either talk to the dredge, find out what's happening. If he's not there and it's been dredged, these buoys may or may not have been moved. The last time they dredged it, they never moved them. And when it was dredged, you used to pass those buoys on the wrong side for the deep water. So who knows what's going to happen now. And you don't have a chart to trust at this point in time because there's no survey. The only thing you have is the old route that should take you straight through like that. So take this one very slow and easy and find out what's happening. If you go through here, report back to the forum, please, and let us know what the status is. It should be a straight shot, just like last time, and hopefully that'll be the case. And the buoys may not be in the right place. The buoy ought to be over here, but it may or may not be that case. Spooner Creek. This gave people fits in the fall. You got to be careful what you're doing here. The general guidance in this whole area was, favor the red side because you're getting a shoal coming in from the green side. Well, yes, but you're also getting a shoal coming in from the red side. And so if you have the USAC survey, all you do is carefully find the deep water path, and you're fine. Or follow the blue dotted line. The path, comparing my path between the fall and the spring of 2019, they're virtually identical. So nothing has changed there for at least 6 months. And hopefully by the time we return in the fall or in the spring, there will be no further change, but there could be. So be careful. And for the most part, follow the blue line and take it slow. Okay. Now you're at Beaufort, North Carolina. Or, yeah, Beaufort, North Carolina. Lift Bridge is gone. The best path to that town is no longer the ICW. Of course, this is only meant to say if you're coming from the north, go down that way. If you're coming from the south, then you have several options. Or cut across that way. Either way, you can go. This lift bridge here is there no more. It's been removed, so you have to wait for that bridge to open or close. You're golden there. And of course, that's Homer Smith, one of my home away from homes. And that summarizes this section of the ICW. And I will head forth and do the next section coming up.